Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We are heading down in here to Clarkdale, Arizona. Going to be taking a big old train ride later this afternoon. I thought we'd do a little sightseeing first. One old historic town. Right above us is Jerome. We already visited up there. Big old park here on the right. There's a copper museum. I thought we'd stop there first. Then about 3 miles out is Tuzigoot, ancient ruins. Go walk that. It's not a huge area, but I figured it'd be kind of cool. And by then we should be able to get on the train. The Verde Valley train ride. Been trying to get on that thing for a while, so I thought it'd be fun. Should be a cool day, busy day, long day. So let's get busy, huh? I've been here before. This place is world class, and I mean class. For a museum in a tiny town like this, wait till you go inside where you're going to see something. Arizona's famous for copper mines. They're all over the state. Big industry here. This is an old high school, actually. Clarkdale High School. The family of the original copper mine owners, they have a foundation. They travel the world to find copper artifacts, and they bring them here, buy them. It's worth visiting if you ever get around here. Put this high on your list. It's rare to find something this classy. I always call it classy because copper is, but in a tiny town. Heck, this old building. Old high school. The tree's still going, huh? 1928's the date up there. All right, well, let's go on in.
Oh, you do? So you know all about W.A. Clark? Yes, we do. Okay, so I'm sure you can pass the information on. Fascinating story, isn't it?
The gentleman running this thing in here said they're expanding. They bought the buildings across the street, old merchant buildings. And they said within a year they're going to have probably double the size. That'll be something. I'll come back for that. But there is absolutely copper everything in here. They have it set up in these little rooms, old classrooms from the school. And it's just endless. shell casings from the wars. They took the old casings and made artwork out of it. Incredible. Old time cannon right there. This shelf after shelf full of them. Chunks of raw copper. Look at the shine on that one, huh? Isn't that pretty? Copper is a pretty metal. Used for everything. There's even a copper license plate. Copper dishes, pans. Big old spoon collection. Copper map. Symbols. Heck yeah. Location of copper mines around here. Most of them are in Arizona. I know down below Phoenix, there's a few. See the little circles on there? That's all copper. So mainly in Arizona. Copper tool, sledgehammer. You name it, it's in here. There's more room, so we'll just kind of go through it. I can't spend a ton of time here because we got a train to catch. It's like in the movies, I got a train to catch. But we got a few hours left, though. The train doesn't even leave till 1 in the afternoon. That's late for me. You know, I like to get out early. But figured this would be worth a stop. Then we'll go out to the ruins. That's just a few miles out. Oh, look at it in here. Wow. Copper chest. Big bowls, I guess they are. I don't know what they are. All the handwork it probably took to make this stuff. But this family, they travel all over the world to collect this stuff. Of course, they got the money to do it. Now, how'd you like to have that in your kitchen? They must polish this stuff all the time because copper will tarnish after a while. Those are what, candle holders, religious art. Wow. What detail in this? Oh, yeah. Copper scroll. My goodness. All on copper. When's the last time you seen a copper phone with a dial on it? No one knows what those are anymore. When I was a kid, we had a party line where you could listen into the neighbors talk. They used to get mad at us kids for listening in. I like those lights. Just impressive, isn't it? Replica Statue of Liberty. The real one's copper. That's why it's always green looking, huh? Wonder if they've ever cleaned it. I don't know. The real one in New York. What a job that would be. Hey, go polish the Statue of Liberty, would you? Yeah, sure, boss. Coat of arms there. This is different. I don't remember this one. Those are for cakes, aren't they? Fancy cakes and molds. I think so. But to be that shiny, they gotta polish this stuff. How'd you like that job? Wow. That is just something. The design on these colored glassware. What, they use metal to get the color in the glass? Isn't that how it works? I'm no expert. Pretty. Beer room. We found it. I want a pitcher full of beer in that copper pitcher there. Here's your kitchen room. Every kind of pot and pan. More molds. My goodness. Even a little wood fireplace. Is that what that is? Yeah. Every piece has a design on it. You need a big chunk of cheese to use that grater. That'd take your finger off. Wow. Oh my goodness, yeah, musical instruments are all copper, aren't they? Copper and brass. Copper records. Copper propeller for a boat, ship. Copper water nozzles for firefighting. Here's the wine room. And distillery. Make your spirits right here. A lot of vats. All kinds of. There's a big old still. All kinds of funnels. Absolutely everything copper. Fun little stop, but we got to keep on trucking. Got a train to catch later. Oh, it's so nice here. What a pretty, pretty day. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, we'll do a little walk around town, and we'll head out to the old ruins out there. Some of the local businesses. That bakery, I've seen specials on her on television. There's the Verde Canyon Railroad. We'll be on it later. 10 to 12 lounge. Got a brewery, winery. Oh yeah, they had a bank robbery here a long time ago. The Great Clarkdale Bank Heist. They had a shootout. Everything. Wow. That was big time back then, wasn't it? There's the getaway car. And right here around this school, right around this building. Well, we'll go over by their town hall real quick. I think a couple more storyboards. There is another museum here. It shows it on the phone. A little history about Clarkdale. It was a model town because all the miners lived down here from Jerome. Jerome's right up the hill. Jerome's only a few miles away. So they mined up there and lived down here. Their signs are getting kind of faded in the weather. Postcard pictures. I say that all the time. I could make a good postcard picture. I like postcards. I used to send them all the time. I kind of got away from doing that. Need to start again. Okay, down here I believe is that museum on the phone. I'm looking at it. Is their town hall. I think it's that building down here at the end. Let's walk down, we'll check it. There's the police department. I think it's that building there. Must be some of those model homes they built. Well, their model homes now are old. My goodness, that was way back. Track homes in, what was it, 20s? 20s and 30s. Yeah, this is a little museum, but it's not open. Oh, wow, it's only open like on the weekends for a few hours. All right, well, see what these say and head back towards the van. More stories of the mining, showing the trains. Wonder how many people have lived here through the years. I bet it's a lot. That mine had to employ a lot of people. More about the mines, smelters. Down there's our train. We're heading down there in a few hours. That's where we take off from. Then we go way up into the valley, up to a little town called Perkinsville or something. Or a ghost town or something. Something like that. We'll find out. Then way up there's the mine, smelters, and way up there's Jerome. Right on the side of that hill, mountain. Alright, well, if I ever get back this way, maybe I can catch this little museum open. We'll see. Now this caboose is a cafe. I seen it advertised on television. It's a bakery, French, I believe, French bakery. Then all the old buildings down here. Trees are all greening out now. Springtime. Yay. Uh-oh. Here's the 10 to 12 bar. And it's open. Open in the mornings. Sneak in, have a cold one. I don't do that anymore. And an old gas station. Still standing. That sign up there says 21 cents a gallon. Yeah, right. Cut over here a minute. What's that, movie theater? The old front to it. Looks like all these are office buildings now. Oh, there's the brewery. There's where you get a cold one too. Alright, well, there you go. You've seen Clarkdale. There's the park. We drove past that. Looks like they're setting up a little food trailer here. Okay, well, let's head out for the ruins. Yeah, that's kind of interesting that Copper Museum is going to expand over here. Hopewell, Mine on Main. Picnics to go. I wonder if it's this building all boarded up. They're working in there. There's another front. What, they have 2 movie theaters? Kind of kept the style of the building, didn't they? And I think it's this one up here in the corner that was an old department store or something like that. Well, these old mining towns way back, they had money. Everyone was working. Yeah, they're reconstructing. They're doing something here in a lot of these buildings. There it is, restoration project. Very cool. All right, well, let's keep rolling. Let's make a quick stop down here at the river, check it out. The ruins are straight ahead, only about a mile up the road. Let's make a quick pit stop here, see what it is. Looks like a boat ramp, trails, big parking area, big day use. All right, take a little walk. Take advantage of a little bit of this sunshine. We got plenty of time yet. That train doesn't even leave till 1 this afternoon. They say get there like 2 hours early. That's awful early. They said so you can enjoy the cafe and have lunch. Verde River access point. So they got hiking trails here. Looks like a boat launch. Well, go down, check out the water a minute. There's the Verde River. Peaceful down here. Should have brought a fishing pole. Bet they're in there. Alright, well, you got little trails, day use. Don't even realize this is down in here, huh? It can get pretty warm here, though. We're up in elevation somewhat. You know, Sedona's not too far away. Even Flagstaff, all of it. I'm going to be doing more exploring around here next few days. Matter of fact, we're going to sneak up to that Grand Canyon soon. What to say soon? Because there's more ruins. I want to get over on Camp Verde, those areas. Maybe a little through Sedona. Look for some of the hot air balloons. They ought to be flying this time of year. It's springtime. Perfect weather to be exploring this area before it gets hot. Because this is Arizona and it will get hot in a hurry. Doesn't take long. I think Phoenix is already into the hundreds down there. They're heating up already. Quartzsite would be too. A lot of little planes, you can hear them. Must be an airport close by. Alright, let's head over to the ruins. Take a little walk over there. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you sign up for a newsletter. Put one out twice a month now. Got free downloadable puzzles, guides, stories about travel. Look at that motorhome. They're out hiking around somewhere. Travel, blogs, all kinds of cool stuff on the website. Plus, we've got a merch shop, Armchair Traveler Series. We also have the mug shots. Get a mug, send us a picture, we'll feature you in the newsletter. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv. And I appreciate it very much. Alright, just pulled into Tuesday. See the ruins off to the right on top of that hill. We'll take a little walk up there. All kinds of stuff around Clarkdale, isn't there? Cottonwood is only a couple miles here to another town. Alright, get parked. Oh my goodness. That road we just drove across is all tailings from the mines. Oh, wow. All kinds of Native American artifacts, history. These ruins just amaze me. You know, we're just up above Flagstaff at those other ones. And the CCC Corps that built a lot of this. They really created most of these parks and areas for all of us to come visit. Imagine all the finds they made when they're digging. That's painstaking work, too. You got to go slow uncovering all this stuff. I'm sure they recreated some of it, but they need to. It's saving history. This is so important. It's kind of how I feel about the videos. We're saving history together right now. Hopefully people can see this for a long time. Some guy's repairing a window. It keeps banging on the glass. It's either that or one big woodpecker. Wow. Interesting. Just the amount of artifacts they've recovered here. This lady really had a big part creating all this. Construction details. Is it rebuilt? Well, of course, some of it. Still saving it. From rubble to reconstruction. They actually rebuilt it right out of the rubble. Well, let's check it out. Well, here's part of the view they had, except for all the tailings. That's something. All that area is full of tailings from the mining. They built the road over it that we drove through. But every time I come to these places, I always look at the view, because 1,000 years ago, same view. People of Verde. People that lived here. There's those dwellings. That's over by Camp Verde. We'll visit those in a few days. I'd say that's tailings down there, too. Clues in architecture. So they accessed their buildings with ladders. Wonder why. Well, they estimate these kind of things 900 years old. That's what the other ones were, 900. All these have to be in the same time period. Rooms with a view, but they had the Verde River, so they had water. Pretty important. Some of these trees have a little char on them. I wonder if they had fire up here. by that lower trail. Kind of neat to see these, but that sidewalk's pretty steep to climb up in here. Just take your time if you come out, bring water. For sure. Well, what a view these people had up here.
There's even big piles of salt down there. Especially particularly the rooftop entryways. Is there any way of knowing that they had, I don't want to call them manhole covers, but some kind of something that they would
Yeah, there's a hatch.
Well, they got volunteers that talk about it up here.
These people were considered ancestors.
Those young people were adding concrete, holding it together. Very, very well done. I was looking online in New Mexico and more in Arizona. There's all kinds of sites. I'm wondering if that'd be worth a trip, going exploring more of these ruined sites, especially over in New Mexico. Some are massive. Let me know what you think. Send me an email or put it down in the comments. This is part of the park system. There are fees to get in. I use my senior card, lifetime pass for seniors. You get them online through the National Park Service. $80 for a lifetime member. Well, what's the old saying? We got a train to catch. It's still early, but I think there's storyboards and that kind of thing around their depot. We'll find out. We'll spend the rest of the day there. Okay, right up the road, about a mile. Busy morning so far. We went to the Copper Museum, the Tuesday Goot thing, plus even checked out the Verde River. Not bad. I'm staying at a RV resort back the other direction towards Cottonwood. Been there for last night, today, tonight, probably one more night. Then head up through maybe Sedona. Just keep exploring around this area. Okay, up here's our turnoff. Looks like they're building a brand new park here. Quite a few homes. Be nice to live up here. You know, you're out of the lower desert heat here, especially at night. It'd cool off. But Sedona, all this area, you can still get in the hundreds. Look at this, an old one-lane bridge. There's the train. All the cars lined up. There's a few people here. I'll probably just hang out in the van for a few minutes and then I'll wander over towards the depot. They tell you to get here 2 hours early, which it's just now 10 after 11. So we're in that time frame. Well, I waited about a half hour. It's just past 11:30, and cars are just starting to pour in here. When you read the reviews, it's kind of a mixed review on the train, but we'll see. It's hard to get on here. I remember I tried a few years ago and it was sold out. And part of their package, they don't serve food. I think you get snacks on the train. The ticket wasn't very cheap. It was over $100. And they had a cafe. They listed a cafe where you could buy food before you get on if you want lunch. But I have all my own food in the van. I made a little snack before I came out, so I'm in good shape. I normally don't eat restaurant food. Here we go. Here's the entrance. Yay. Well, let's just wander around like we know what we're doing, huh? I'm all checked in. I'm in the Yuma car. There's an open car connected between each of the regular cars, so got outdoor seating. That'd be cool if we seen some eagles. Uh-oh, burros. Bunch of bums, bunch of hee-haws, huh? That's funny. It's like Oatman. They do get around now. They'll find food too if you get food. There's a lot of cars in this train. I asked the lady, she goes, yeah, it's sold out, so it's gonna be full. All right, there's like a little museum back here. Hi. Hi. How are you? Good. Well, a little local history about Verde Valley, the canyon. Looks like ranching. This museum's an old train car. There you go, different lanterns they used. All aboard.
That's the original mica shade.
The hobo riding the train. How about that? Looks like a bunch of old stuff from through the years they've collected. More about ranching up here. I bet. Perfect location for it. A little bit about Jerome. The city in the sky. Yeah, it hangs on that mountain, doesn't it? We were up there yesterday. More mining pictures. Old time trunks and leather luggage. Those things last forever, don't they? My dad had that stuff.
on the railroad that it's spicy and or
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. A little bit of info in there. More about like Jerome, Cottonwood. Yeah, look how many cars. Wow. Quite a few. Alright, well, gonna be boarding here shortly. All the workers are boarding the train, getting ready for us for about 15 minutes before we can get on. I'm in that Yuma car. A lot of workers, I see quite a few. Must have them in every car. See, we can see the engines down here. Yeah, this thing's long. There's going to be a lot of people on this trip. I didn't realize it was this big. Could not ask for a more perfect day. Absolutely perfect. Temperature is right around 75 degrees, 76. Very little wind. There's the engine. Well, really can't walk any farther. All right, well, let's head back.
I guess I'm here with this. Hardest part of bartending is making that thing work.
Yes, yes.
Hardest part of bartending is making that thing work.
Yes, yes.
Miners didn't want to keep after they were done smelting down all the copper in the 1900s. It's now owned by the Salt River Mining Company, They plan on doing something with it. As of right now, they haven't said anything about it. Right now, their main focus is just making sure that none of it gets into the river and becomes a toxic environment.
Gonna be a 2-hour ride on this square-wheeled thing. Nice young man. He stands out here for the entire trip, talks to people, gives a little insight. There's a couple cliff dwellings up in these hills here. And we end up at a little abandoned depot called Perkinsville. It's like 20 miles. It says it's 12 miles an hour going up, 14 miles an hour coming back. So this whole ride's going to be over 4 hours long. Inside the car, it's really a bar. They got nice seating. They gave you a container full of snacks, cheese, lunch meat, and fruit. But you can buy drinks. I'm not a drinker, and I really don't care about that stuff. So you can either sit inside and drink your way up, or come out here and enjoy the ride, which that's what I'm gonna do. Well, when I see cool things, I'll just click the cameras on. We'll just film what we can. See what happens. I don't know what we're going to get into.
Small rectangular rock, 3 holes in it. That was a scouting spot for the Sonoma tribe during their hunting season. There was also an entrance right down here at the end of it. As you can see, a lot of it is covered with rocks now.
All kinds of trees. You can see the engine up there on the curve. A few miles up, we're going to actually get into the valley. We'll go through some mountains. We're following along the Verde River too, going over these old-time bridges, old wooden bridges.
So folks, over on the right side of the train, you probably noticed that one field back there, and then there's this one a little farther up. This is the Alvarez family alfalfa field. They were used by the Alvarez family in the 1900s to feed their cattle. But in the box now some of you are probably going to see some fish pop out of there every once in a while. It's mostly trout. One of the more common things we see is the river obviously on the sides of the river and also sometimes in the rapids. Off the distance, you'll notice there's a smaller looking town over there. It's actually not a town. It's a little town. The Clarkdale property don't exactly take the friendly visitors. So most of them prefer to have their homes out there and their businesses elsewhere. But as I said, it's mostly they call it out of Clarkdale. And one of the businesses that are out there is going to be right on the side of this hill, the house with the 3 chimneys. That is a pottery school. Children and adults can all learn how to make pottery. Also a little farther out, you'll notice a green fence, and then there's a school bus in the back
Well, I came inside. Everyone's outside right now. It got crowded. There you can see the train going over the bridge. It's air conditioned inside, so it's kind of nice. There's the seating you get. So you now have groups of 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever. Nice bartender lady there. So you can get drinks, and then they give you the little tray of snacks. Kind of nice. I'm gonna wait them out. I know they'll come in later. And I'll go back out, because we got the trip all the way back same way. There's a tunnel and stuff we'll go through. And there's the view of the canyon, Verde Canyon. Verde River's down below us. It's a slow ride, 12 miles an hour, but you get good scenery like this. A lot of it's tree lined, so you'll get little open areas we can see down in there. Pretty big red mountains.
It was the biggest earthquake ever reported in Arizona history. So it ended up creating the rest of the Black Canyon. Right in front of the train yard, what is it? I've been doing this job for about 3.5 years.
You're fine. Go ahead.
During that time, the lava flowed underneath the ground, and the gases from the lava created a lot of lava tubes. Well, those two right over there are lava tubes. You get about 65 degrees year round, and the large one is 100 feet long. Come out in Flagstaff. There is actually a place called Sunset Crater, and that is an actual lava tube that you can hike all the way through.
This is definitely the prettier part of the trip once you get up in the mountains here. Kids said we're not too much farther from that Perkinsville. They've had fire through here. Look at the trees, they're a little bit charred. but big old red mountains. I seen one deer. It was too camouflage in the trees to really pick it up on camera, but there is wildlife up through here. Some of the people went back in to relax and enjoy their beverages. To me, I'd rather be out here. Those are absolutely beautiful mountains. My goodness. What a view from here. Yay, we made it. What a long ride. This is Perkinsville, or what's left of it. Here it is, the old depot, all of it. What's left of it, right here. it's all abandoned, but there's active ranches here. That kid was talking about it. So there's cattle, all kinds of stuff running around. Through the trees, I really can't zoom in on it, but you see buildings out there. So there's got to big farms. They got electric poles here, new electric. There's a propane tank. So part of it's being utilized, it's all fenced. And here's the old depot. There you go. Even the windows are still intact. We're not allowed to get off the train though. So what they said is they're going to unhook the engines, drive it down to the other end, hook up, and away we go, heading back.
There's a lot of copper. During that time, Arizona was known as having the richest copper in the world. So, with William Clark finding out about that, he decided to buy the drill mine for $50,000 and renamed the Clarkdale Mining Company after himself and started construction on his own. It's the original Perkinsville and conductor quarters, built in 1905. Now, this track was made a few years later, in 1911. It started in 1911. About 16
I see dirt roads. I bet four-wheeling you could get way out here. I'm kind of curious. I'll have to look on Google Maps. Try to figure out where we're at, actually. But we're quite a ways out. I'm waiting for the engines to come by. He said they'll come right past us here. So that'll be cool. But there's a dirt road. I see farm equipment. Not bad.
Using this railroad to transport it all to Clarkdale, where it was all smelted down at. That's why when we were back there at the depot and we were passing that Clarkdale, that was
Almost everyone went back in. They're all sitting around having drinks and talking. It's almost a little warm out here. It's air conditioned on the inside of the train cars.
They made $1 million a month. This tiny little drop out of there using this railroad to transport it. Knocked down something still more common. The government didn't know how to fix that. Their father never taught them to bring up the company. I'll tell you what they did with the company here in just a second. The pause is a little on the final track second. This thing is industrial engineering out here going to the
Heading back, another 2 hours to get back. We'll be doing 14 miles an hour this time instead of 12. We'll be going through a tunnel. I missed filming it coming up. I was inside. So I'll catch it going out. Big old dark tunnel we're gonna go through. Pretty cool rock formations. Didn't notice those coming up. Really, really close to those rocks too. They warn you, don't try to touch them. They said people have gotten broken arms trying to reach out and Tuts of rocks. Imagine after a few drinks, there's a bar in every car. That rhymes, doesn't it? They got bartenders and bars in every car. All right, we're getting close to that tunnel, I think. Yeah, coming up, I was sitting inside, all of a sudden everything went dark, and by the time I got out here, I missed it.
I don't know if Rick was the dark.
Made it through there, yay. That was one old train tunnel, probably 100 years old. Well, pretty darn cool. Now we enjoy the same view all the way back. There you can see the engine hooked on the caboose to bring us back. That's kind of cool. You can actually ride in the engine with the conductors. It costs a lot more, but you can book that. A lot of history here. That stack out there is an old power plant they used to have for Jerome and towns here. That is all spoils from mining. Looks like a mini mountain, doesn't it? All the metal walls are rusted away. There's nothing but that slag stuff. Just mountain of it. I don't know if they could ever use it for anything. Who knows what's in it? That's part of the spoils of mining copper right there, I guess. Huge, isn't it? Hey, we're back. That was right around 4 hours. They have it timed out perfectly. Quite the sights, especially when you get up farther in that canyon. Those big rock cliffs, all of it, it is just beautiful scenery. Would have been cool if you could have got off the train up there at Perkinsville, but I understand. Trying to get everyone back on and everything, that'd be a lot. There's a lot of people on this train. There's a lot of carfuls of people. I'm glad I did it. I know a few years ago it was sold out when I tried. And this trip, I just checked online and bingo, they had seats. You don't get to pick your seats, that's one thing. One side of the car has all the views, the other one doesn't. But I met some very nice people, got to talk to them, that was cool. And all of their staff and everyone is super friendly, very nice, very pleasant experience here on this Verde Railroad, Verde Canyon Railroad, huh? There's the depot. All right, journey continues. Talk soon.